Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back to Mars Horizon, far side of the moon. It's ready for launch. We have really good reliability too. We're slated here to get a whole lot of science. And we have a nice clear day, great conditions, 96% on the launch. You can't stop me, game. No way this happens. No freaking way, man. Let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
I still think they should synchronize the countdown and synchronize that voice with the actual liftoff instead of it being after. All right, 72% chance of secure launch. We did it. We got a caster. 92 on that, man. Not a level 4 booster. Come on now. All right, we're up there. We're going to the far side of the moon, but first we got to get 7 payload modules and 3 nav modules. 4 turns, 3 actions per turn. So getting the 7 here, looks like the only way to really get these are to spend a ton of power for a single one or to dump these 2 in for 3. So that's how we have to do it. What's the most efficient way to get a bunch of these? Well, it looks to me like if we go like this with 2 power, we get 2 of these and 1 of these. Then we spend the power to get 2 of these. We have 2 and 2 on the nav and the comms. And then we spend 1 of each of those to get the payload. It seems like a decent first turn. And then we get an additional 1 because we're just that awesome. We've already maxed out. We've maxed out our nav modules now. All right, good. Alrighty then. That's a good first turn. That's a great first turn. 3 turns left. Let's go. If we go like this, we'll be at 7 already. That's good. And then honestly, we just spend the power here. And that just takes care of it. So, GG. Resolved in 2 turns, guaranteed, because we have the power to resist it. So let's just do it. So there it is, 2 turns remaining. We get start the next task with 2 payload modules. And good, we need 8 of them. So we'll already be pretty well off on the start of this. So let's take the task and do it. 4 turns, 3 actions per turn. Looks like nav or communication modules are gonna be kind of power expensive. We could take our freebies that we got, though. If we dump both freebies, this will be easy. And then we can spend these nav modules to maybe spend 2 of them on the 3 payload. Yeah, I like it. Go. Okay, crit fail sucks, but we have the spare powers. Let's use it. Wow, another failure. You suck. You suck, video game. You suck. I think theoretically we can just power our way through this, right? I mean, if we spend 1 of those nav modules here, and then we spend yeah. It'd be very power expensive to do it that way, but we could. We can do it this way. We spend this. And then we put 2 power. No. We just take that extra nav module and we dump it right here, and now everything succeeds. And we have 3 spare power to counteract any resistance. So we just wait in 2 turns. Yeah, there it is. GG. That is the crittest of crittest fails. Like, it didn't even go 0%. It's just like, by the way, you suck. Resist it with the power. Here we go, and it's in there. Good. That's the crittiest crit that you ever did crit. But we're okay. We're okay. We got the mission. More science, More support, and the funding review is upon us. Far Slides of the Moon. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Far Side. What? Far Slides. A series of exhibitions. Ah, I see. Far Slides, okay, I get it. Like images, you get it. A series of exhibitions have sprung up across various countries, featuring images from your recent mission to photograph the far hemisphere of the moon. Humanity's first glimpse of the far side of the lunar surface. We gain 10 support for that, and then our funding gets reviewed, and we get a whole lot more money later, and good progress towards the next tier as well. Gemini research is now complete, so which means we could do multi-crewed missions now. Exciting. Let's do the Mars flyby. We're not going to be first to this because Russia's going to beat us, but I still want to do it. It looks to me like Russia... already on their way to Venus. Again, I wonder if they ever fail. Like, can they send a mission, but like fail? It'd be nice to know that. I feel like they should fail. You know, they should have failures just like we have failures. That's all I'm saying. Systems control check. This publicized event. It's good for support. Multi-crew orbit. Here we go. We're gonna be the first to do it. Multi-crew EVA too. I want to do that. Can we just do this in the same mission? Like, put them into orbit and then like I want to like Kerbal Space Program this. You know, we just do it like we do in Kerbal, where we just do like multiple contracts in the same launch. You're probably gonna want them to be all enclosed in a capsule that can't open and all that stuff. All right then. Crew capacity for this one is 3. Increases the build cost, but like, come on! This is expensive as shit though, look at that. Oh my god, it's almost $1 million for this. 3 astronauts? 3 of them? Do we need 3? I'm not sure why we would need 3. Maybe the tasks to do it require more crew though. That's a possibility. Okay, let's spend it. We'll send 3 astronauts up there. Let's do it. And we got another mission slot too, so we could probably do something else while we're doing this. So this gives us a lot of science, as long as we don't fail it. We don't have a whole lot of money left though. This will reduce the build cost. Reduces the reliability of it though. I need to wait a month to try this stuff, but I feel like I still want to start with more power. So I'm gonna select this one, and it's a crewed mission as well. I'm gonna need to hire more astronauts, man. Damn. Mars flyby research is complete. Compelling fixture of Earth's night skies, Mars has inspired myth and speculation in equal measure. Sending a probe would yield unprecedented observational data, bringing humanity closer to the red planet than we've ever been before. Well, not exactly, because like Russia's already on the way to both of those locations now. Yeah, they beat us there big time. I think I'm gonna abort the systems control check, and we will instead do the Mars flyby, which we don't have the mission. We don't have the mission payload selected for that. All right, we don't have the, honestly, we don't really have the money to do like all these other missions anyway. Wait, how long until we get the satellite imaging is done? In 5 months? There's 3 months on Gemini. Yeah, okay. I think we can probably do it. I would like to start planning it and paying for it earlier though. You know, we're gonna be done with the Mariner 1 in 2 months. Frickin' Russians. I don't like seeing them orbit these things, all right? I don't like it. Power cut. A local power outage during a construction of the Gemini payload for your upcoming multi-crew orbit mission has resulted in minor damage to one of its components. Your engineers have estimated a 5% reduction in the payload's reliability, which is currently 66%. And unless the component is replaced at the cost of $250,000 for 5%? For 5%? You crazy. No. I might regret that. 61% now on the payload. I might regret that later. It's too expensive. I got Mars to go through, okay? Going to frickin' Mars. That's all there is to it. Multi-crew orbit payload is complete. Only vehicle uppers reliability counts towards launch reliability. I'm sorry? Are you sure that's the way you want to do this? I guess it's going to be 80. Do I have to? Do I have to do this? Holy crap. This is going to be expensive as hell. This is so expensive. Titan? Do I have to use Titan? I mean, if I could get away with this, I will. It's still a lot of freaking money. Holy crap. This is so expensive. Can we reduce the cost? Build cost. Yeah, knock that down. Oh my gosh. We can raise the launch reliability. I want to raise that payload back up. Yeah, like this. Now the build cost goes up 25%. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. I really don't want to lose astronauts though. That's the thing. I really don't want to lose astronauts. All right, you know what? Let's make sure we don't lose our boys, huh? Our woman and woman and woman. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait to do this, but I'm gonna have to wait to do this. Is that the contractor I really want to build it? Is that really what I want? No, go back. Edit this one. Can I just have NASA? We lower our science by doing this. That is actually what I want, yeah. All right. We'll confirm this, but we can't actually build it yet. That's crap. That's just crap. Let's go to Mars. We can't do this yet, really. Oh, the Mariner payload has one more month in research. This money is... Are you sure? This is crazy, man. The amount of cash that we need to pull this mission off is a lot. But I'm hoarding cash instead of doing another mission so that I can afford to do it. So, okay. Satellite imaging vehicles complete. Now, with this thing launching, we'll get $750,000. And as you can tell, our launch reliability has gone up. Our payload reliability has gone down 10%. It's crazy. I'd rather have it the other way around. We need to focus on payload reliability. As much as I want to focus on science, I don't want to fail it. So we're gonna do that because it's gonna pay us money. And then the launch date will be September. Rock on. 2 more months, we'll have a lot of cash. In the meantime, we have 1230. It's not quite enough. Need 1 more month of money. All right, we can build this now. This is expensive as shit, dude. It's so expensive. Okay, upcoming International Geophysical Year. Organizers of the International Geophysical Year have reminded your agency about your pledge to complete the satellite imaging mission in time for the event. You have 18 months in which to complete the mission. Mariner is now complete as well. You can stop worrying about whether we're going to complete it or not because we are ready for launch. Our payload is at 77%, but the launch is 95, so I have no doubts in successful launch, except for that 1%. 1 freaking percent. I'm just going to skip the cutscenes really quick. Wow. Wow. Bad RNG, dude. Seriously. -1 action on the first turn. Seriously. Freaking RNG. I can't get away, man. 8 nav, 6 payload, 8 comm, 6 payload, 4 nav. Okay. Let's take a look. We have 6 power. First turn, we have -1 actions. We might make the most of it. I think we're going to take a power and get a bunch of payload. And then we're going to spend the payload on this. That's a good trade. God, man. This mission's like destined for failure, you know? All right, do we have two nav? Sorry, we have, yeah, 2 nav modules. We can spend 1 and 1 to get 4 of the others. I like that. We can spend 1 power to get 3 more of these. And then we can dump 2 of them back into this. Okay. That's good. That's good. And that's good. Excellent. Next turn. Okay. We can spend power to get 3 more of these if we want to. I think we do. Then what I want to do is spend 2 of these to get these 2 again. Now this puts us over capacity on the comm units and the nav units, but I can spend comm units to get more of these. So I can spend, for example, 3 comm units to get all of those, right? And then the next turn, which will be the final turn, we can just power our way through it, hopefully. If we can't power it, though, we don't have any spare power. Is that really the most efficient way to do this? There might be a better way. Actually, I think there is. If I simply buy this, as long as we don't crit fail. Hang on. I think there's a better way to do this. 3 of those. Spend 3 to 8. We take... I don't want to spend power for everything. I think I had this right the first time. I think it was more efficient the first time. We go like this, and then we go like this. Yeah. And then we could just finish it now by going like that. We can afford to fail twice. Yep. We can afford to fail this twice. Okay, good. That's guaranteed. Guaranteed success, baby. Gotta love it. With 1 turn to spare. Bam. Who cares? Resist it. Ta-da! Victorious! We're 2nd place to do it. So we'll get 11 support. And we'll also get the funding that we were promised. I think. Funding review is in 4 days. But honestly, I think after you go 1 more month, you'll get the funding you were promised. So Mars flyby's done. The Mariner's done. We can get Mars orbit. Might be kind of nice. We might want to do the... we can do the Venus impactor as well. Or we can go for multi-crew EVA. Or we could go after vehicles, which I think we probably should do. Because it's going to get to the point now where we can't actually do the vehicles. Next month, we get 20 support. $750,000. Delta K research is done. Let's go for... yeah, we can go for the supplementary 2X SRBs. That's done. And now we'll be able to go after the Saturn V if we want to. Bam! What up? Funding review soon. We actually have room for another mission now. Mars flyby. There it is. Suggested vehicle parts. I have all of the suggested vehicle parts. Russia is, well, going quickly. They'll be done in 11 months. Is there any way we can beat them quicker? Standard's going to take 3 months for the payload. $500,000. Reduced build cost is a lot. This is really good, actually. We reduced the payload reliability. I don't want to extend the build time anyway, though. I need the payload reliability to be good. Standard payload is 3 months. Budget review. Saturn V is done. I don't think we can beat Russia, because Russia's done with this very soon. Get the Saturn II upper. And if I take a look really quick, astronaut recovery test. That sounds cool. What I was looking at, though, is the Mars mission. The flyby. They're 10 months away. So we'll have to build our rocket in 6 months. I don't think that's doable. There might be a contractor that can do it faster, but I don't know if it is. We are doing the Saturn II for research. Yep. Also, I keep seeing this thing. Like, what are you asking of me here? It's this little thing here. What do we got for... We have a mission slot available. We could do a request for some extra renown, extra support, solar wind test. I kind of like, maybe this is okay. Launcher reliability going down is a problem, but it's an astronaut recovery test, and we'll just send one. I think I'm gonna get greedy a little bit and say that 4 power is enough. Yeah, 4 power is enough. Build it. I need to make sure I have enough money for that rocket, though. Ooh. Oh, hey. Ptolemy is gonna be done now. Our big multi-crew orbit. Oh, it's so good. Suboptimal launch windows increase mission training bonus by 100%. Whoa! Now we need more astronauts. We have these two. So we'll start with 1 power. I like it. With science, we're gonna get more science for the mission. I like it. We need to hire another astronaut. Problem solver. -1 random resource requirement per task. Interesting. Test pilot. Plus 5% launch reliability mission for the mission vehicle. Recovery time. I kind of like this guy. He's expensive, but I kind of like this guy. Let's get him in there. Let's get him in there. Confirm. Training. We get a huge bonus if we go on a suboptimal window. So I'm kind of thinking our base payload reliability is 61%. I want to get a bigger bonus. So we'll go for this. And then I'm going to take suboptimal. Our launch reliability goes down. But our bonus should go up, right? If we leave in July. Let's not do that. We could leave in August. August isn't out of the question. It's a long time, but we have launch windows and stuff. And then we can also shift to September, October, and all that stuff if it's bad. I want that. Suboptimal launch windows increase mission training bonus by 100%. Is this... If I'm reading this correctly, though. If I'm reading this correctly. We could do the launch reliability as the training bonus here. No, I would want to do that. No, we want... Oh, wait, the base payload is 76. Oh, it's 76 based on us leaving in August. Yeah. Because if I left in April, then the base is 67. Huh. I don't think I care about that, because this launch here, 65% sounds like I might lose 3 astronauts. Let's go in August. We'll go in August. Play it safe. That thing's like trying to tempt me. But I will not be tempted. Now let's go to buildings. I need a vehicle assembly building so that I can get down to the large launch pad eventually. So let's try to grab that. And Mariner 1 is complete. We're going to Mars. Well, at least the module is complete. Launch reliability goes down. Vehicle upper gains 3 experience levels after launch. Wow. Wow, cool. Okay, what's our timeline on this? We have 8 months until Russia completes this mission. So, if there's any way to build this in 8 months, so far, so good. 2 months sounds good. 3 months sounds good. But look at the launch liability. Ugh. Delta would be 4 months. You have to be able to afford this as well. That's a very important that we can afford this. Doesn't look like we can. It's all very expensive. It's all very expensive. We have to research this part before we can even build it. Oh, it's so expensive. No, we'll never make it. Centaur C. 2 months build time though, man. Redstone. 63%. It's gross. It's so bad. Oh, hello. That's bad too. Oh, hello. Jesus. No. Crap. It's like I like the build time here. That's great. We have a chance to beat them, you know? But with the problem comes in with cost. There's a big cost problem here. I have to do research on the Centaur C. How long will that take me to do? If I switch to research on Centaur C, it's only 40 research. It'd be done in a month. That pushes back a month of build time. But it also, I mean, I need a month for the money too. So maybe that's not so bad, right? Upper stage. The reliability on that base part is actually horrible. But in 1 month, I'll have this much money in a month. It's going to take 6 months to build this, which means we would have to launch 1 month after the build is complete in order to beat the Russians. We'd have to launch 1 month regardless of conditions. Unless we use a contractor to lower the build time to 4 months. But then we need even more money. That sucks too. That sucks too. We can improve the payload, but we can't improve the launch. Build time goes down to 5 months here. We just lose support. That's not a bad trade. I could get behind that trade. New space. Grandiose. That makes a lot of sense. So we researched Centaur C. Just curious. If I wanted to use the Delta. It's just too much money. We use supplementary booster. I can't do this with none, so I have to use a booster for this. If I'm gonna use the Delta, I have to use boosters. But if I use the Delta with a booster, it's still too much money. It's just so expensive. That's the problem. It's so expensive. It's the best reliability we have, though. It gives me 60. Well, this is without a booster. Wait, do I not need a booster? 5 months build time with a booster, right? It's 5 months regardless, but I actually have the money in this instance. Without the boosters, I have money. The launch reliability jumps up, though. Okay, you know what? Like, this has got to be what we do here. So I'm going to use the Centaur C from New Space. It's five months build time, right? We have to research the vehicle parts in order to get this. And it's the Centaur C. So we're going to research that part. And then we'll start launching next month. We'll work on it next month. All right. Astronaut recovery test payload is complete. Okay. How you get all these projects like working together all at the same time, and you're just like, oh, wow. There's so many things happening, you know? Engineers have reported a payload assembly complete without any notable issues, okay? We can design the vehicle for this, but I can't afford... I can't afford to build it yet, but we can design it. If we just use the delta on both sides, and then we just we use Keller to up the launch, because we're getting a negative 25 on the launch, so we want somebody who's going to add a little bit more to the launch reliability. And it's going to be Keller. So we'll probably hire Keller for this, just to give us a 66, but I cannot afford to do this yet because I need that money. So we're not going to build this one yet. We're going to go back over here. Wait, how did you not get... Oh. Oh, we can't beat the Russians. We can't beat the Russians. I mean, we're going to beat them in multi-crew orbit, but I wanted to beat them on this flyby. There's no way to beat them now. 7 months? We would have to start building it now so that we could launch in 6. Shit. Yeah, we're 1 month behind them. Damn. 1 month behind them on the flyby. I wish that wasn't the case. Damn. Is there anything I can... I have $1,077. Is there anything I can do to get this building on time? I mean, not without that Centaur C part, right? Like, I have to have that part. Because this part takes an extra month, but it also takes more money than I have. This part is the cheaper part, and that's why I was going to use it. I can't use the Delta. I have to use that one. Damn. Okay. Well, that's just the way it is. We're not going to beat the Russians to the Mars flyby. We're going to beat them in the multi-crew orbit, but we're not going to beat them to Mars. And since we're not going to beat them to Mars, we might as well commit the funds to the Zen and get the astronaut recovery test done so that we can get the funding increase before the end of the month. Is that even going to happen? Funding reviews in 9 months. If I was to build this, it would take how long? 8 months. Yeah, that's not gonna happen either. Shit. That sucks. That sucks. They're gonna beat us. They're gonna beat us. Just the way it is, folks. Just the way it is. We just didn't quite get this. I didn't realize I needed the Centaur. Well, we're at least gonna land on the moon before them, all right? That's what's important. We're gonna land on the moon before them. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off the funding until I can buy this. We'll go 1 more month. And now we should be able... I don't want to have a situation where I can't do something again, like... Research vehicle parts. I don't want to get in a situation where I have that happen again. All right, so this... We have 1375 now. So with 1375, we could probably afford to go for a Delta K instead, just to get that extra reliability. I'd rather not spend all this money and then not have it be successful. course, then I have to wait longer, though. I don't want to wait longer. That little extra bit of reliability. It's only 2%, 3%. Yeah, 3%. No, it's even less than that. It's 5%. No, it's 2%. It's a 63 to 65. Yeah. And it's like 200 grand for that extra 2%. We're definitely using the Delta. Upper stage starts at 72 if I use the Delta K. But then I have to use a booster. And I have to wait longer and pay more money. I think I'm going to get a little bit greedy here. I don't like being greedy. It's not really my style. Oh, who am I kidding? We could add... Let's just give it that extra 2%. Is that worth it? I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We don't need the build time decrease now because we're not going to beat them. So we can instead focus on launch reliability instead. So we can bump it up with contractor. We get less science for this. But I think we kind of have to do that. So we'll put Keller on this. We'll have 68%, which is not great. It's really not great at all, man. Ugh. We're paying $1 million for a vessel that's got a 30% chance of failure. This seems bad. That seems bad. 5 months. Man, we didn't quite beat them. We'll be second place. We'll be second place, guys. You know what I say before. If you're not first, you're last. Great. We need 2 more months before we can start making the Zen. Russia offering tech exchange. Oh, look at this. Oh, you rub it in our faces, why don't you? Russia offers tech exchange. Have suggested an exchange of booster technology in order to improve both agencies' launch vehicles. Your engineers will have estimated the exchange would grant the Grandiose, the vehicle for your Mars flyby mission, a 20% launch reliability increase, yet it would also grant Russia a science boost. I don't really want to grant them a science boost. But I also don't want my $1 million craft to fail, so I accept. Ugh, okay. At least that one's like, you know, more likely to succeed now. Multi-crew orbit. Suck it, Russia. You guys are piddling around with Mars, Venus. We're sending people to the stars, okay? With a 3% chance of going boom. I really hope that doesn't happen. Okie dokie. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
In case you're not paying attention, this has 3 astronauts on it. That would have been a huge support decrease if something bad happened to them. Oh man, that would have been bad. Okay, we're in the stars now. Well, we're up in space. We're not in the stars. You get what I'm saying. Okay. Achieve Earth orbit. 11 communication modules, 12 payload, and 18 nav. 5 turns, 4 actions per turn. We have 3 astronauts. We start with 7 power. This is a complicated one, isn't it? All right, we can take... I can't tell what's happening here. Are we getting 2 of each here? Okay, so we're getting 2 of these, 1 of these, and 2 of these. Got it. And that's exchanged for 1 person and 1 power. I think that's a decent trade. This is complicated. I feel like I could make mistakes in any second. If we take that 1 communication module and a power, which is like, we can get that. Bump this up to 6 now. Then spend one of these and one of these and get 4 of those. I like that. And then we can spend the 2 astronauts we have left to get 4 of these. That could be the first turns. That's a decent first turn. We have almost all the communication modules we need in the first turn and 5 spare power. Assuming we don't fail. And it looks to me like we're going real good there. Oh yeah, good shot. Good stuff. Oh, hello. Bam. Good turn so far. I like this crew. Okay. Next turn. That's a hell of a turn right there. We almost completed the communication objective already. This turn, I think I want to focus on the payload modules. So, since we have an abundance of these, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to spend a power to get that. I'm going to put a 2 crew members on 4 of those. And then spend the other crew member that's remaining plus 2 of those communication modules to grab 5 payload modules. That will satisfy the payload requirement and leave us with 4 spare power. All right, we're going to need that spare power for the resistance. Wow, really? Now I'm struggling with power. All right, we get a little bit of a bonus there. That's good. It kind of equaled out there, didn't it? Okay. Not a bad turn. 3 turns left, 4 actions. We have a spare payload. So let's spend the spare payload plus 1 of our nav modules and 4 communication modules. Now we have a spare communication module. So we can spend the spare communication module. I don't really want to spend power, though. I don't want to spend power. I don't have enough power. I guess I could accumulate power. Yeah. Why don't we do that? Spend power plus 1 of the comm modules for 4 navs. And then we need extra power, so I might just leave this as the turn. But we have 3 out of 3 astronauts. And in that situation, you might as well take 2 of your astronauts, get 4 comm, and then spend 3 of those comm to get the rest of these. And then the last turn, we'll take whatever negatives happen this turn. So if we fail things, we'll take whatever losses we get on that. But the next turn, we can get more power. And we'll be over on these. Unless we fail these, right? And then we'll just have less of these, but we're still over, hopefully anyway. That's success. That one fails. We'll take it. We're not going to spend. So we're going to get 1 less nav module. And then we crit succeed, and we get that nav module back. Beautiful. Good success. Oh, that's beautiful, too. That is really good. Okay. Awesome. 2 turns left. We have 4 actions. We want some power, but what we could do is... I think this one. Wait, no. This one here. We put a spare nav and a power. We get 4 of these. Now that's the rest of our power, so we're going to want to get some spare here. But all we need now is 1. And we can get the 1 by spending this. One of our payload modules will take care of it. We have these 2 spare power to resist anything that happens here. So that's great. And we're good to go. Rock on. Resist. And no, we don't have to. Good. Success! Excellent. Okay. Crewed Earth orbit. We had 1 turn remaining, so that will start us off with 2 nav modules. The next thing we have to do is perform controlled re-entry. We really don't want to fail that. 20 communication modules and 20 navigation modules are what we have to do, but we're starting with 2 extra navs because we had 1 turn left. We also have heat to deal with, and I don't know what that is. Oh my god. So we have to we input heat. What does that? Okay, there's a thermometer over here. Right then. So, is there any way to take away heat? Can we maybe take it away, please? I don't know what to do, man. Do we have to accumulate? Like how do we use heat as an input? I guess it adds heat, right? So, weird. I assume, I don't know this, I assume going up is a bad thing. I assume we're going up, I don't know. There's like, hang on, maybe there is this question mark here. Does this give me absolutely nothing? Okay, I would have really liked that to tell me what this does. All right, hopefully we don't lose somebody. Let's put one of our astronauts and power into getting these modules. That opens up a lot of options over here. I think we'll add a heat. Yeah. Oh, wait, I think I see. So you put heat into it, it comes down. But at the end of this, when you're all done with the action, it looks like it's going to add between 1 and 3 heat. And you don't want to get 4, so you kind of want to bring the heat all the way down every single time. Oh my god, I think that's how that's working. So we really want to use these. In that case, why don't we go like this? And then we'll go like this. That brings heat down to 0. That brings heat down to 0. I don't know. Let's go. And? Generate 1 less communication module. I have a feeling I'm gonna need power. I'm gonna take that. It's okay. I accept the results. The mission fails if it reaches 4. Oh my god. It added 3. Okay, so it said the mission fails if it reaches 4 heat. So we have to spend the heat, get it down to 0 like every single time, right? Basically. Okay, first thing I want to do then, spend power and nav for 4 of those. We can actually do it again. Spend people and heat to get 4 back. And then, yeah, the payload modules can get us this later. We have to use the heat. But I'm thinking do I have to use the people? If I want to use this one because this is actually pretty decent if I can get payload modules. So if I do this, it gives me 5 payload modules. Lowers the heat. Hit this. Brings it down to 1. If I hit this, bumps it down to 0 on the heat. You have 1 spare power. And then we can use these 2 to get 2 more up here. And that satisfies this requirement. It's actually really easy to get communication modules in this. It's harder to get these. So the next turns, we really have to buckle down and get these because it's actually very hard to get these because you have to manage the heat. And if you notice, the tasks that mitigate the heat, they don't give you nav modules. So if you have to hit the heat, you can't get nav modules out of it. Now the lucky part here, the somewhat lucky part here, is that with a surplus of, I really don't need a surplus of these. hang on. Let's get this. 5 of these. We want to spend the heat down 2. We want to spend it here to get 4 navs. That's the power. We have 1 action left. So we'll have to spend this. And that knocks down the heat to 0. Gives us a little bit more even distribution. But we end up with 9 of these. So if we don't get a big heat boost, maybe it only goes up by 1 next turn. Then we can spend on like here or well, yeah, we can spend here for the heat thing, I guess. It takes nav modules to take down the heat. I don't think that's the most efficient way to do it. I don't want to spend the turn. I need to find a way to get nav modules. This, I think what we'll do is 3 of our actions have to be spent on removing heat this turn because we have 3 heat. If it rolls 3 and we have 1, it hits 4 and we lose. So the idea here is we hope it doesn't hit 3 every single time, right? We hope it hits 1. Then you only have to do 1 of these and you can focus on the nav modules, right? But we have to spend to remove the heat this time. So I'm gonna go 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. I think I have to do that to knock it down to 0. Okay, good. That's extra navs. We really need that. We lose 1 of those. That's not a big deal. Good. And excellent. It adds how much heat? How much heat? What the hell, man? You just keep adding 3. Stop it. You dick. Quit doing this. Stop yelling at me. Whatever gets me most nav. I guess it's going to go here. Yeah. You punch this, and then the rest of the actions have to be spent removing heat. God, that sucks. All right. I mean, that's the only things we can do, is it has to be spent removing heat. I could do this, but I need more. I really need these, man. Can I get these, please? Frick. Like, how do I get nav modules out of this without the heat? I have to manage the heat. I have so many communications modules. They're so easy to get. Crap. I have to knock the heat down. At least we're not failing. Come on. Don't give me 3 heat again, dude. That's like impossible if you just keep knocking 3. I don't get this. How do you win if it's gonna make you do this every time? How do you beat this? Like, what do I have to do? How do I win this? It's gonna hit 3 every time. This sucks. It's like between 1 and 3, it just hits 3 every turn. Like, come on. What's the probabilities of lower numbers of heat? Like, I could win this turn, but I can't. I could have, but I can't. I have to manage heat instead. It's bullshit. Yeah, I'm a little bit pissed about it. Like, what am I supposed to do here? If I leave this at 1, we just fail. You know? I can't leave it at 1. Which means I have to reduce my inventory. I have to reduce my inventory of nav modules now. To get an overabundance of these again. Frick. How do you beat this if it's gonna crit you every time? Yeah, I don't need an additional one of those. That's fine. Shit, dude. Oh my god, that's so bad. In addition to like losing all of that stuff too. Okay, now it only does 2. We can beat this. I think we can win. Because it only did 2. If it had done 3, we fail. That's incredibly lucky. If it had done 3, we fail. But it's going to let me do 2 of these and push it to 20. Then we can hit that for the 4. And then the final thing, we just hit this for the heat. Or we risk it, because I'm actually out of power, right? So if any of these fail, we fail. I can afford to lose 1 communication module. Cross your fingers. Can't have failures. I have 21 of these payload too. 21 payloads for nothing. Like, what do I need them for? That was very hard. If that had hit 3, we fail. Like, that's how hard that is. Oh, I can't do that one even. I can't do that one because I spend 2 nav modules to do that. Am I gonna have to just cross my fingers and hope that it doesn't proc 3 heat? Oh, wait! Oh, it doesn't build up. Wait. The heat turn is gone. It's not gonna build up heat again. So I can spend this last turn on whatever I want, right? Is that how this works? I think so. I think so. It doesn't look like it's gonna build up heat again. So if that's the case, hypothetically speaking, I can save the power and just do these 2 instead. Save the power, get the extra power, and we guarantee victory. If it's not going up again, I think this guarantees the win. That's a gamble. But it guarantees the win if it doesn't go up, if the heat doesn't go up. That's great. Yeah, we win. Whoa, that was cool. Oh man, that's so stressful. I'm just like, dudes, quit putting the heat up to 3, you asshole. I'm so happy though. That's doable. Cheers, GG. I'm really glad, dude, I'm so glad I sent 3 astronauts though. Right, being able to hit those 2 down there. We wouldn't be able to hit both of those 2 if we only had 2 astronauts, right? That would have been really hard to do. We're the first to achieve a multi-astronaut orbit. And we get negative 25% vehicles research cost for 6 months. So now we can get to research all those rockets. And these guys are gone for 6 months, but that's fine. Okay, wow. So we're gonna get bonuses to vehicles research, which is what we're working on anyway. We're working on the Saturn and stuff, so that'll work out. Oh my God, I don't know what mission I want to do next. I think maybe orbital radio sounds kind of cool, and not sure which parts we need. Looks like all those, so maybe we could get that done. We'd be the last to do it though. Wait, no, here. Milestones, wait. Multi-crew EVA. We never did the animal in space. Commercial satellite. $5 million. Oh, commercial satellite. I think we got to go down to there, dude. $5 million for that. We're going to get these 2. We're going to get all these vehicles researched, though. Just this road, so I'm ready to rock with it. Maybe this one, too. And then I think we're going to go maybe... I don't know what we're gonna do. This game's kind of cool. What do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments. Are you having a good time? I am too. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. This is awesome. Take care. Bye.